Good morning, Octopus. Your English lesson today is very simple. You are going to plan for writing. So, by the end of the week, we're going to write a retell about Joe meeting his new friend. Now, you're going to use the character that you created on Friday in your retell of this part of the book. So you are putting it into your own words, but changing the character of Bob into the character you have created. So to plan for writing today, we are going to use the template of a storyboard. So this is all I'm asking from you. You are going to create a storyboard of what you need to include in your retell, outlining the main events in the chapter. So you are summarising what's happened in that section of the book in pictures and words using your character, not Bob. And you might even want to think about what features you want to include. So when Joe first sits down next to your character, do they talk? So do you need to include direct speech in your retell? So thinking about those features as well. So I will give you an example here and then you can have a go yourself. So I have taken some screenshots from the film Billionaire Boy and I am still using Bob, but you are going to change your character, remember, to use the one that you have created. So the first part is when Joe enters the classroom and sees a sea of children looking at him. Okay, now in this section I might want to use show not tell to talk about how Joe is feeling. I might want to use some description of the setting, so some adjectives or adverbs or even prepositions to describe the classroom. So then the next section, this is when Joe first notices Bob, or a boy because we don't know it's Bob yet, watching him. Obviously remembering that your character is different, you're not using Bob, you might be using a girl or a different character that you have created. So Joe first notices the boy watching him, so you're going to describe the character again. So you did a bit of this last week, character describing, so you can use your vocabulary you picked out then. So adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, expanded noun phrases, relative clauses, any way to explain what your character looks like. And then Joe goes and sits down next to his new friend. So here I may wish to include direct speech. I may wish to use a commas for list perhaps, or to use a fronted adverbial. Okay, so still identifying the features you wish to include, and then they carry on having a conversation and introducing themselves to each other. So that's really when your new character and your creation of him or her on Friday will come into play, because then you need to tell me about that new character as part of the scene. So you may have 2 extra parts to your scene that you wish to pop in to alter it slightly and make it longer, but this is the part of the book that I want you to focus on. So I want 5 or 6 pictures with words alongside to plan your retell of this part. So when Joe first enters the classroom and meets Bob, or your new character. Any questions or queries, please feel free to email me. I can't wait to see your plans.